What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ryan, and this is the Thunder Channel on Nootropics. Thanks so much for being with me. So I'm going to talk about 3 things to stack Cortex with that will blow your mind on a nootropic effect scale and make you realize how powerful both the stack of Cortex is, but then also stacking these things with it, how much you can actually do to your brain to get stuff done. In the meantime, what sports this broadcast, a couple epic nootropic products. Number 1, the Cortex stack. Look, powerful pre-made stack. Get Cortex at livecortex.com if you really want a 2-capsule simplistic stack that turns on mental energy, motivation, verbal fluency, the drive to work, right? Everybody's sort of looking for that drive to work. That's why people take Adderall and other pharmaceutical drugs, stimulants, basically. We made Cortex to mimic that, but without the side effects. Get it at livecortex.com. Get it shipped to your doorstep automatically every month for cheaper. Doing auto ship, you can do that at livecortex.com. Sign up takes about a minute. It's super simple. Listen, if you're new to nootropics, I built a video course for you. If you're brand new, you have to watch it because it takes care of the first 3 years of R&D and experimentation to save you those years, get you stacks now, get you results now, but importantly, getting you to understand a framework for how to use nootropics. If you're in a couple years and you really want to ascend and get to like a higher level, advanced level of using nootropics and getting results, watch the Nootropics Masterclass, because that really hones in on some higher level concepts of using nootropics and inducing states on cue. If you're a guy that has to race tests, VTP, free and total test optimization on the numbers. That is a no bullshit consult. The goal being get tangible results on the numbers, and we can do it. So far, we've been extremely successful with the VTP. Last couple things. Look, we've got consulting packages on nootropics and brain performance and energy. Really the goal of those being fully optimize your brain to the point where you sort of feel like Bradley Cooper from Limitless and look like that and get the amount of stuff done. It's actually possible, but you have to formulate large quantity of nootropic regimens that are tailored to you and your brain, and at the same time understand which stacks will get you to which states of productivity for what it is that you need to be doing, like in your life, or you're a stockbroker, or you're a business person at this capacity, or you're an IT person, or you're an entrepreneur. Whatever it is, are stacked for that. 3.5 months or 6 months, these are hands-on, results-driven, biohacking, really neuroengineering consults with me. Do them at livecortex.com. Okay, so we're going to talk about what 3 things stack incredibly well with Cortex. I'll even give you a bonus. On the back of the Cortex bottle, it says stacks well with, I don't know if you can actually see it there, stacks well with B vitamins, caffeine, and DHA. Okay, so that's just off the bat as sort of a bonus, but specifically caffeine. The interaction between uridine, which is one of the main components, heavy-hitting components of Cortex, and caffeine, specifically on the adenosine receptor function, makes it so that they amplify each other, right? One amplifies one another. Caffeine amplifies uridine, uridine amplifies caffeine. So it's this sort of endless feedback loop, which ends up equaling very, very high level productive energy. Okay, so right off the bat, Cortex and caffeine, and that's just a bonus. It's in some cases, people think it's stronger than Adderall, and then they're like, well, where's the side effects? And they don't get them. So that's a bonus. On to the stacks. Number 1, Cortex plus 100 milligrams of phenylpiracetam. Cortex plus 100 milligrams of phenylpiracetam. This stack is basically insane. Like on the days where I'm like, I took modafinil yesterday and I just don't want to take it today or something, but I've got a large workload, I'll take Cortex and then 100 milligrams of phenylpiracetam. Now, Cortex brings in 80 of CDP choline. I at this point, every day eat eggs for breakfast, so I'm covered on the choline side just by doing that. But you may want to, depending on your need for choline with phenylpiracetam, take choline with it, because the 80 of CDP may not be enough for some people. Most folks it is. Cortex plus 100 milligrams phenylpiracetam. Talk about turning the brain on. It just sort of turns you into a laser-focused, highly energized person. And we all know that states dictate life. Like states dictate productivity. You're in a variety of states throughout the course of your day. The goal of nootropics is to induce high-performing states when you want to. so that you can apply that to the work you know needs to be done. Number 2 stack that Cortex stacks extremely well with is Cortex. And by the way, this is the full dosage, so two capsules of the Cortex stack. 300 milligrams of Alcar, otherwise known as acetyl L-carnitine, a B complex, run-of-the-mill, preferably bioactive B by life extension, and then 300 to 400 milligrams of DHA. The EPA is not important, and you can achieve that by taking double or triple the dose of any fish oil supplement. You'll get around 300, 400 milligrams of docosahexaenoic acid, DHA. That's what you need. This is not only the raw ingredients for neurogenesis, the spawning of new neurons, but the brain fluidity that you get from Cortex plus Alcar plus a B complex plus DHA is insane. The acute effects of that stack will last 5 to 6 hours for most folks. That's crazy, right? For a simple stack. It's not that many ingredients, all told, Cortex plus those. But the interesting thing about it is 9 hours later, when I've got either clients or just regular customers of mine that get the Cortex stack, taking this stack, people report having brain fluidity and then thus verbal fluency and like work interaction capacity, the drive to work, up until 9-10 p.m. when they took the stack at noon. So think about that. What we're really saying there is that that's a 10-hour window, a 9 or 10-hour window of good brain function from a pretty simple stack. It's just that Cortex is very powerful. Add Alcar, B complex, DHA, and you really got something. Okay, third great combination of Cortex is the Cortex stack plus a low dose of FL-modafinil. Low dose of FL-modafinil. FL-modafinil is the bisfluoryl analog of regular modafinil. And I won't get super detailed in the technical element of that, but the bisfluoryl element of it is making bioabsorption, if you will, and then neuroefficacy, if you will, substantially stronger and more pronounced than regular modafinil. Not to say that regular modafinil isn't awesome, but FL-modafinil is really something else. It comes in a dripper, at least that's how I have it. You can get powder from it. You really have to hunt. And it's strong. I would dose it in 15 milligrams. 15 milligrams. A mere 15 milligrams is all you need. I mean, typically with FL-modafinil, you don't need that much anyway. 15 milligrams of that plus Cortex. Do not take it after noon, so after 12 p.m. your time, because it probably will disrupt your sleep. It's that potent. But if you want an insane adventure of productivity and brain performance and the sheer willpower, it's like having willpower easily is a great thing. And that's one of the things Nootropics can achieve. Take this stack. Hey, bud. Cortex plus FL-modafinil dosed at 15 milligrams. Max, you making a cameo? That's my bud. I love my bud. Those are the three options. Okay, so bonus, Cortex plus coffee. Then number 1, Cortex plus 100 milligrams phenylpiracetam. Then number 2, Cortex plus 300 of Alcar, B complex, and then 300 or 400 milligrams of DHA. And then number 3, Cortex plus 15 milligrams or so of FL-modafinil, and you're on your way. Those of you that get Cortex, some people are taking it on its own, some people are stacking it with other things. If you try these 3, please email me and or come back and report, because I guarantee you're going to find that there aren't many other nootropic stacks that can match the efficacy of these combinations. It's just very, very strong. Now, like some of this, phenylpiracetam, for example, I figured out a long time ago that phenylpiracetam stacks really well with Cortex. But I couldn't put it in the Cortex bottle because it's not on the GRAS list, and I wanted to be a little careful on the on the product manufacturing side with having racetams in my stuff. I mean, there's a lot of companies getting away with it right now. They've got lawyers obviously for it. The FDA is, in some sense, neither here nor there, but taking action against some people for using racetams and their stuff. It's really just a mess and stupid, frankly. But yeah, I figured out this formulation a long time ago. Wanted to tell you guys quick. Just wanted to get some feedback. So look, if Cortex Labs started a secondary company that sold nootropic powders, just like Nootropics Depot, would you buy powder from us? And I'm sure a lot of you would, but I guess I'm just asking the market, is this a good idea? Well, do you guys think that we should do it? Because I could easily do that. I've got the vendors and stuff lined up, and so it's been something I've been thinking about for quite some time, kind of offering a one, I hate the one-stop shop phrase, but sort of a one-off source for everything, both the content to teach you how to properly use nootropics and get results, and the nootropics themselves, and of course our products, Cortex, consulting, and all the rest of that stuff. Just putting it out there. Comment, please, on what you think of it. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Go get some Cortex. LiveCortex.com. Look, the Cortex stack is sick. It's just very powerful, and I was so surprised upon formulating it, using it for myself before it even became a commercial stack, that like no one had come up with this and no one was even using uridine or CDB coin and artichoke extract together in a stack. I had like figured out something very, very golden. It's like what we were trying to do is mimic that Adderall feeling or that high dopamine stimulant feeling, but without the side effects. And that's what Cortex does. Get it at livecortex.com or do auto ship. You can even sign up for auto ship right away. Like if you haven't bought Cortex yet, you just want to try it, you'll get it for cheaper. And if for some reason you don't love it, which I think you're going to love it, but if you don't love it, you can cancel it. But you ended up getting it for cheaper anyway doing auto ship. Do that at livecortex.com. And if you love it, of course, then it just ships automatically to your doorstep. Ground Zero, if you're new to nootropics, it is a video course that will save you years of research and experimentation. Like if you just want to get to that professional level of using them right away instead of having to wait 3 years of your own R&D, get Ground Zero. If you're in a couple years but you're like sort of stalling on going to the next level, which is really the 6-year mark, and I think it's broken down in increments as far as I can see it, as far as my experience has shown me, get the Nootropics Masterclass. That's really elevating your understanding, usage, stack combination, adjusting, and results with nootropics. If you're a guy that has to race test, VTP. Get the Viking Testosterone Protocol upgraded to include dietary instructions as well. And then lastly, I do one-on-one, hands-on, results-driven neuroengineering, performance engineering, brain chemistry engineering consults with people, and they are highly, highly effective. We typically aim to establish 30 plus formulations, but we're working with other stuff too. I mean, if there's somebody with, I'm working with a really awesome dude now who has come to me with some background anxiety and some other issues, we're focusing on them too. It's about full-on energy and brain optimization that's sustainable, that puts you in a place where it leaves you able to continue functioning incredibly for as long as you want to. Work with me for 3.5 months or for 6 months. These are hands-on, results-driven, brain chemistry, performance engineering consults. You can get them at livecortex.com. Thank you so much for being with me, everybody. Talk to you next time.